I'm steady trying to move my mouse around.
All right, good evening, everybody. It is the Creatives Leadership, and the team is here to encourage you to, especially those leaders. We are looking for your attention this evening. And if you are an emerging leader, this is your time and space for you to shine and to get equipped to really lead with effectiveness. We represent the Grown Folks Conversation. I am Yvette C. Owens, the CEO of Destiny Speak and the creator of the Grown Folks Conversation. You might be asking, what is that all about? We talk about anything and everything with regarding to leadership, and there's no restrictions. We come from our experiences, and we are as honest and forthright as we can. We're not obviously bashing anyone, but we believe that in order for people to really thrive as leaders and step into this space in a healthy way, you have to understand all that comes with being a leader. So I'm happy to have some of my co-authors up that are part of the Creatives Leadership book. You can find that on my website. They've been a part of, each of them have a chapter along with some other authors. And I'm going to ask them, each of them, to introduce themselves so that you can get to know who they are. And more importantly, because you'll know who they are, you'll come out on October 5th. So let's start with Elaine.
Hello, my name is Elaine Sanders Mayfield, and I'm one of the authors of the Creatives Leadership. And in this seminar, I will be talking about just my years of experience working in corporate America for 34 years and retiring, and just my experiences as a leader and some of the creative things that I did to promote team cohesiveness.
Awesome. And Catrice Cornett.
Hi. Hello, everyone. I am Catrice Cornett. I am the founder and CEO of HP Visual Connections Entertainment. And under that, we have several umbrellas. One is THSA Records. We do, we have a crochet, Cat's Crochet, and a couple of other things that are underneath our umbrella. And I am excited about being a part of the cohort that we have with Elaine, Pastor Bubby, my friend Debbie, and Yvette. I am just elated that I can glean from these wonderful leaders and I can share my knowledge as well. And so it's just an excellent group of people to be a part of. I absolutely love working alongside Yvette, my sister, the owner and founder of Destiny Speak Inc., and a whole lot of other things that she has under her umbrella. She's a wealth of knowledge and a wonderful person to learn from. And so I just pray that you get something exciting out of this conversation tonight that will help you move forward in your leadership journey.
And I'm saving Pastor Bobby for last. Debbie, we're introducing ourselves to everyone. Can you just introduce yourself? Would you please introduce yourself? Can you hear us, Debbie? Well, maybe won't. Maybe she's still getting set up. So, Pastor Bubby.
There she is. There she is.
Oh, Debbie?
Yes.
Okay. Can you just introduce yourself to us?
Hi,
To the
my name is,
audience?
yes. Hi, my name is Debbie, aka Jazzy at Bessie, and I'm one of the co-authors of Creative Leadership. And I've been serving in the ministry for a lot of years, and so it's a blessing to be a part of this opportunity, this collaboration, and to expound more on it. I'm looking forward to what we're going to be talking about and to the event.
Yes, thank you for everyone for being here. And this is our third, will be my third cohort coming together on the Grown Folks Conversation. And Pastor Bubby is actually our host this time. And so I wanted to have him share not only his experience being in a part of the group, but also what he's hoping that all of you who are attending come get out of being a part of the Grown Folks Conversation on October 5th?
Yes,
You're on mute.
mute.
There,
There we
there
go.
you go.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
I am Pastor Bubby Fan. Glad to be a pastor of the Givers Place Church in Williamstown, New Jersey, where we are so delighted and honored to host this wonderful event, Grown Folks Conversation. And I will tell you that being a part of this has been such a great experience, because although I deal with the area of production and music and songwriting and developing artists, I'm learning so many things that are being able to help me with even my church even now. And so I just pray that all of us who are going to be attending this this Grown Folks Conversational event, that you are met, your needs are met through either Elaine, through Sister Catrice, through our Sister Debbie, or through our leader, Sister Yvette. I'm telling you, you can't miss this, because it's a wealth of knowledge right between these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm getting my glasses this week, so. But I tell you, I'm just honored to share the stage with these young ladies, because like I've been knowing a lot of them for many years. I believe Catrice I've known the longest, but there was so many things that I found out that I didn't know about Catrice, and she has a wealth of knowledge for the things that is very capable to help us out as leaders and to think differently as leaders. And so in dealing with meeting Elaine, we've seen each other in passing, but I didn't know that Elaine did all the things that she did. And amazingly to me, sometimes we're in conversation. She says, yeah, you could do that for your church, or you could do that for this and that. And I'm just learning so many things. And I know my Sister Debbie, we haven't had a conversation yet, but we're going to have one of those conversations. And I know that based on our last event that we had, I was intrigued by the powerful things that she even said. And so, and lastly, not least, but our Sister Yvette, Sister Yvette has a wealth of knowledge that is really a blessing to churches, startup ministries, business management, all of these things, and all of the areas. And I just know that you will be met. I believe if you come with the right expectations, you're going to get it from these group of individuals. And I just pray that you all will support it and come out. Our church, the Givers Place Church, is located at 713 Marshall Avenue in Williamstown, New Jersey. And we will be there on the 5th. All right. Register now, register now, register now.
Thank you so much. And so what I think we need to highlight here, because people see us in our respective mainstreams, but what I'm doing uniquely is starting to pull together leaders, and it's really not hard because they're already in those spaces. We just don't think about them in those spaces, where they're in business, in community, and in ministry. And I can tell you, every one person here has a leadership role, or at least has had a leadership role in every one of those spectrums. And those sectors now have to come together for us to think differently about how we can serve the communities that we're called to serve, and how we're to lead in business. How can we be more innovative and yet serve the people who are really, we've asked to come along with the vision with us, right? How can we have more grace and really help ignite that passion that we as leaders in corporate need, and recognize where that purpose is, and recognize that the people are important. And then the same thing on the ministry side, or similar things on the ministry side. How can we really really be more efficient or even be more creative and collaborative so that we can reach as many people as possible and in the community and help those in the community to address those issues and not just address them, but solve them.
Mhm.
So if you find yourself, this is to me, and I'm going to open it up from the group, who is this for, right? Because people hear leadership and they think, oh, I'm not a leader or whatever, or I'm not in that space. But let me just add my piece and then the group can. If you are an emerging leader, somebody who's like, I recognize an issue or a gap and I have an idea, but I don't know how to make sure I can bring it forward so other people can follow, it's for you. If you somebody who is in all these spaces and you don't, and it could be even government, right, or community or business or ministry, and you haven't figured out how to blend it all together or know how to maneuver and navigate in and out of those spaces effectively, this is for you.
Mhm.
If you're a senior leader and you become weary in what you've been doing and you're like, I've tried everything else. You come to the end of yourself. It's like, it's just going to be the same old, same old. You feel like the millennials are coming in and taking over and all that kind of stuff. This is for you. So what ideas would you have, or the group, I'll pose it to you. Why should someone come on Saturday, October 5th at 12 noon to the Grown Folks Conversation?
I would answer first, if I may. I would say that it would be definitely an investment in yourself. And it's worthy to invest in yourself because we have to invest in ourselves first, believe in what we stand for, and in order for other people to believe it, they have to see us believing in ourselves. So we have to, as believers, trust God and step out in faith. And if you've been nudging or the Holy Spirit been speaking to you or that inner voice been calling out to you to, to step up, to elevate and gain new knowledge, you got to get yourself around people that are like-minded, that are encouraged, that are positive, that can help you do that. And I believe this grown folks conversation would definitely be worth your while.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you.
That's awesome.
I'll just add that I just find it hard to believe that God wants us to be stagnant. So I think he wants us to move. Sometimes we don't even realize that what we're doing is a form of leadership. So sometimes it's just good to talk to other people. And then you find out that, wow, I didn't know that what I was doing over here was I was operating in a leadership mode, or I was because some of us are leaders and then some of us are part of the team. So it moves around, it's never always being the leader. So it's just good to, if you have no concept of it, it's good to come and find out and open your aperture to just what's out there. And we're a fine group to talk to because we're personable, we're easy to talk to. And I think we've done a lot of things among the five of us. So,
absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
I just want to say that it's for anyone and everyone. And I say that because if we don't, and I'm always the one that is the pushing the envelope, right? My whole life. If you don't find a way to lead yourself properly, you will be lost. A lot of the people in the world are lost because they don't know what their purpose is. They don't even know how to lead themselves through a day to day. If you're a mom and you have children, you're leading them. If you're a husband, you are a leader. If you are a brother, an older brother, or even a sibling, you are a leader because there's someone that is looking to you for something else. So it's for anyone who has people in their lives that they actually lead day to day, year to year, month to month, week to week, hourly, whatever. This conference, this Grown Folks Conversation is for you because there's certain traits and certain disciplines that we must know and practice in order to be successful in leadership on any level, and we cover them all. We
Mhm.
cover the good, the bad, and the ugly. And that's what I love about this group. And we're not afraid to bring the hard things, the hard questions, and say the hard things, you know. And so
Right.
that's where the change comes. If you're sitting in that seat and everything that we're saying to you makes you feel all cheery and good, okay, we're not doing our job. When you leave, you should feel challenged to be a better leader, to get some reading, to do something, to reach out to somebody, to make sure that you have a mentor or that you are mentoring or whatever, so that this thing can continue to grow and be everything that God intended for it to be. We can't be that if we're not learning and stretching ourselves. So this is for anyone who is in any kind of position, whether you think it's a CEO or a small position, you're just a big brother and you got 2 little siblings. It's for you.
Yeah.
It's for you.
Yeah, and I love that, because you know what's coming up for me is one of the things is we talked about last time in the conversation that we had back in April is understanding boundaries, right? And it's like, as a leader, you even need to know when I'm going to let people, push me, when I'm going to be there for people, when I need to step back. And in one of my books, No Bosses Allowed, Lead to Serve and Transform, I talk about the individual matters. And it starts with the person who is the leader. You matter. And sometimes we come into this position as leadership thinking that I got to be there for everybody else. And then you're crushing and being crumbling underneath the weight of trying to carry that. So we talk about all of those things. What does it mean to you? How do you survive, not just survive, but thrive in the position of leadership and still be effective, right? So that's what I wanted to add there.
Debbie, you was gonna go?
She did.
Oh no, I've already shared.
Yeah, I wanted to add that ironically, this is definitely so great of a topic, because even with me, and my mind goes back to Catrice, you and Yvette's father. When I had the opportunity, the honor of working with him, recording him before he transitioned, right? And the great thing about it was he said to me, I don't want you to cut no corners. And at that time when he did that, how old was he?
Probably 77.
Yeah, something. Yeah,
77.
Yep.
77. And mind you, it was only 2 people of that age that I had a chance to record. And I will forever cherish those moments. Mr. Carey, Dr. Carey, and also there was a young lady that I just received a message a couple weeks ago. She just passed. She was 89 years old.
Oh, wow.
And she wrote a song, and she said her lifelong dream, watch this, was to record one of her original songs.
Wow.
And she came in the studio about 10 years ago in my studio to record it. And in my mind, I was like, there's no way in the world that how's this going to work? I don't know, and she said the same words to me, Yvette.
Wow.
She says, I don't want you to cut no corners. And she said, I'm going to pay you what you're worth. And mind you, I got a chance to do her one song CD, although Mr. Carey did a whole album, but I got a chance to do It's Their Tenacity that I was really just intrigued by, the fact that they were not even in their age. And so how about this? As a producer, it was a strange area, but I had to be led, of course, by the Lord on how to deal with them, how to navigate. And I'm telling you, the lady, she literally just passed 2 weeks ago at 98 years old.
Wow.
And her daughter called me and said, that is a memory. She sent me pictures of her in my studio, and that kind of thing really just touched my heart. And so I said all that to say, I was able to get even more knowledge, right? From
Mm.
dealing with an elderly person, a person that is further seasoned in their age. And I do not take that for granted. So I look at what I do even more carelessly. Carelessly, I make sure that I'm making sure that I'm massaging the person's their thoughts and their whole dream. And I want to
Yeah.
bring the vision apart. I want to bring their vision to come forward. And so that's why I feel as though in just that area, I got a chance to learn how to deal with people, to manage people in their space, the space that they were in. Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, as you're talking, one of the things that I'm starting to address now is understanding leadership brilliance. And really, what you're talking about is you have a space of brilliance from a music directing perspective and production perspective. But that brilliance means that you're continuing to evolve in that space while you're leading other people to evolve. And therefore, the passion doesn't die, the purpose is clear, and the people are served well. And so every leader needs to be in that space to understand this is my space, this is what I've created, this is why I'm here. Now, how do I handle it with such care and great stewardship that when it all said and done, we hear well done, right?
Yeah.
And it's not just because well done because I transitioned over, but your assignment you completed in an excellent way. Not perfect, but in an excellent way. So everyone, to Catrice's point, who has been treading or didn't even think that you were leading, and she's coming from a very personal place when she talks about you're leading your family or your sister, because we're in that space right now with my mom.
Yeah.
Each one of us, we're having to relocate her and things like that, and each one of us in our expertise are having to step up and help that transition happen. And so if we understand the components of leadership and how to step into those spaces,
Great.
and even when we're handling our family's businesses or helping our neighbors or our communities move forward or have a change, we can do it in an excellent way, but in with precision, because we're not just doing, but we understand what we're doing. And that's the difference in any professional. Any one of these people in their own space, they don't just, there's terminology that goes along with what they're doing. There's language, there's behavior traits, there's ways of how to approach things, but they know that because they've learned the space that they're in and they continue to grow in it. So we're encouraging you, come on out. As Pastor Bobby said, register. The links are all over the place on any of our pages. Register now. You cannot get this type of audience and training anywhere else for what we are, what your investment is going to be on October 5th. You can't. Now, for those of you who are going to say, hey, I got to go to church on Sunday, they're going to be talking to me, I got to go to Bible study. We're talking. No, this is not just us sitting there and feeding you. It is active in engagement, interaction. We're going to be expecting you to come ready to share as well as we're sharing with you. So it is not thing like you've ever been before, or what you might be expecting.
We actually,
but also go ahead.
No, go ahead, Pastor Bo.
I'm just gonna say, and also, we're the type of group that we embrace new ideas and new concepts. We don't claim to know it all. And at any given time, somebody can say a question and we might not have the answer for it, but between Yvette, Elaine, and Debbie and Catrice, we're gonna find an answer.
Amen.
Yep, that's all I wanted to say, Catrice.
Yeah, and that's about collaboration, right? It's like that's what we should be doing on a day-to-day. When there's something that comes up that we don't know, you put your heads together, work it out, and figure it out. What's that next best thing to do with the information that you have at that time?
Amen.
That's what great leaders do. Go ahead,
And
Katrina.
if you're still not convinced, your registration fee will include a book,
Mhm.
a meal, and a breakout session. So, hey, come on out, and you'll get
And
a
a,
book, you'll
and
get
a signed
autographed
book.
copy of the book. That's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You'll get a meal, and you'll get we're gonna have a breakout session, and like Yvette and everyone already said, you get our wealth of knowledge, and all of us have different backgrounds.
Mhm.
You know, as far as career are concerned, all of us work in music ministry, but as far as like our 9 to 5, everybody's background on this screen is different.
Different.
And so you can't miss. Like Pastor Bubby said earlier, you can't miss. So who doesn't want a meal? It's already in your registration fee, the meal, your autographed book, and a breakout session plus the conversation. You can't lose. Come on out. Register today.
One of the things that I find is beautiful about this group is that for those that are even trembling, thinking about, I have this idea, or there's something I want to pursue, or run it past somebody, this is a safe place. And
Yeah.
I had to learn through my own experiences that there are many times that I have to be the student.
Yes.
I'm not always, as a leader, when you talked about leadership brilliance, sometimes you're the student, and it's okay. It's okay to be the student because somebody else has an expertise that you're not privy to or that you're not aware of. And then sometimes it opens up your strength, a strength that you have, which leads us back to collaboration. So I think it's going to be a great day. I'm looking forward to seeing all my friends and all those that are looking to. There might be somebody that wants to start their own business and they don't know where to start. Catrice Cornett. Okay. 2 words. That's all I have to say. But all of us can do something, and to your point, we can all. It's a learning experience for all of us as well.
So scrolling across the bottom, you can go to my website also to register. It's www.destinyspeak.com, as well as, like I said, any of our Facebook pages. You can register. We really are doing this because we have a heart to see leaders show up in a greater way, and because we're responsible for serving the people, serving the vision. And we want you to be successful in that. So we're not going to prolong it, and we're not going to give away everything that you're going to get, share everything that you're going to get on sale on October 5th. Come on out, join us, and we are looking forward to seeing you in the place. Have a great evening.
Good night.
Good
Good
night.
Good night.